Hey, what's going on, guys? Jason Jenkins, Jenkins Research Management. Hope everybody's doing great. It's Thursday evening. I want to do our usual update on what we did on the prop program as far as trading. Today was kind of I thought it was a pretty simple day. There's a couple lessons I just wanted to share. What we did in equities. But I am traveling to Colorado tomorrow. Going to spend the weekend going to see the hockey game. The Avs are in the what are they calling it? The Outdoor Winter Classic at the Air Force Academy. I'm going there with my pops and my brother. So I'm going to be out tomorrow traveling. I'll be on the mobile, trading a little bit, but we won't really have a prop sessions. So I wanted to highlight that, and then I was thinking about over the long weekend for the holiday. I am going to do a pretty awesome discount for you guys on everything. I thought about it the last couple of days, and I was like, you know what? I'm. This is guys. This is probably one of the last years that I'm gonna have the amount of time that I do towards independent traders because we're gonna be setting up a CTA, which is commodity trading advisor, and focus on assets under management. And I'll be spending more time in Chicago, and then just doing more institutional business. And I just know naturally I'm gonna get pulled in some different directions that has to do more with risk and less teaching, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I do want to, double the team we have now. I'm really proud of the group we have. This is the closest knit group. It's the most amount of coaching you get. We're together every day. So it's like a family to me. It's very special. And I really want to encourage you guys to join if you share the same enthusiasm, passion, and you're hungry about trading the markets every day. If you can't day trade every morning, for whatever reason, I understand that. The Cycle Edge, but the options team, the Options Edge product and group I created is awesome, and I just started that. We've had some really good calls already from the VIX. We just missed the short on UVXY, but we're setting up for some more risk off moves. We had a great call on Tesla, and it's a process. So between me coaching, you getting the course on all our option strategies, there's just a lot to learn. But the options market is where you want to be swing trading and where you want to really be taking longer term positions, because you can risk so much less of your capital and have even more upside. And so anything I'm doing swing trade, like over here on the Cycle Edge, you know, I'm signaling what the model is saying as far as, are we buying, are we selling, are we long, are we short, what time frame. But how you express that via options is pretty powerful. So anyway, I was thinking a lot about it, and before I head off tomorrow, I head to Colorado, I want to give you guys the details on that program. So I'm basically going to give all my courses. I'll just tell you guys now, and then we'll hit the chart on what we did today. So, I have a comprehensive course package. So if you just want to learn the markets on your own, awesome. I mean, it changed my life the day I went in with one of my college buddies on an options course. It was 3,500. We split it. I think it was like 5 CDs. Business Week sponsored it, and I was living in an A-frame college town in Boulder, college house in Boulder, where my bed was stuck. Like, I was in the top room on the roof. My bed is slid under the A-frame. Like, I couldn't even sit up in bed without cracking my head on the ceiling. And we went on that. $3,500 is where I learned to trade options. I sat there, my head cocked halfway up on the end of my bed, watching the intro to options and covered calls, simple stuff. Didn't have a coach, didn't have anybody to follow up with, didn't have anybody to ask questions with. It was just a CD, put it on, I studied it, changed my life. When I started at Charles Schwab, ended up getting recruited by the options team. I didn't miss a single question on the Series 7. I barely passed the Series 7 because I didn't know any of the deck questions, which obviously is kind of ironic because then I went on to run a rates desk and trade bonds for 10 years. But at the time, it was all options. And anyway, $3,500, literally worth millions. And it's some guys, invest in yourself if you love the markets is something that no one can take it away from you. You have it the rest of your life. You can. It's not like a sport, being in athletics where you can only compete to a certain age. I mean, you can trade till the day you die. And so, anyway, I put together a lot of these courses. Some of you interested in forex, some of you interested in options, some of you interested in futures. But the model, what's great about it, works for any market, any time frame. Apply it to whatever you want to trade. So I had the comprehensive course before, right? That was basically $6,000. And then I broke out the options program on itself is about $6,000. Okay. You get the courses, I put on the intro to Forex, Pi Cycle, the entire institutional model, the whole course, $6,000 worth. And I took that at 50% discount. I've been running that since we started it for $3,000 just on the options team. So that gets you involved right here in this group, right? Analysis, trades, all the courses. But what I want to do is combine for one price. You're going to get all my training, all my courses, the option edge. You can have access, be on the options edge team, the options team, and have access to the prop team. So we're together every day live trading. So if you can't make every morning, I can record it and you can go back and watch the session. Or the point is that I'm here, you have access to me basically all the time. I mean, when I'm busy in the morning, if I'm trading London, we're together on here. It's the tightest group I have. So I'm gonna do that for you guys over this President's Weekend. I want you to, I guess, think about being the president of your own financial freedom. And once you learn this model and the edges, you can get free. Like I've been free earning a living from the markets for 12 years now. It's nothing like it. Trade when you want, wherever you want. So the options edge you get, again, I'm running that at $3,000. And then the prop program, that's currently $499. And so I'm going to give you guys the prop program and the options edge. So you're already at $8,000 right there. I'm going to do it over this weekend through Monday till I get back on Tuesday for half of that price. So for $399, all right, you get everything I've ever created. And you get to be involved in the prop program, which, guys, a big part. I mean, again, I paid $3,500 for some CDs to learn options. You're getting a 9-hour course. You're getting a Forex course, an options course on all our back ratio spreads, everything I like there. But you're also getting the time together in a coaching form every day for a year with me every morning. Real as the market's moving. And some of you guys are not taking advantage of it. You're not asking enough questions. Like, if you have questions about the psychology of trading or what you're struggling with. I mean, when the market's busy and it's moving around a lot, we're trading. So you get to see what it looks like when I'm flipping and reversing, why I'm deciding to do what I'm doing, and how to work a position when it goes against you, and how to flip and get on the other side with a pairs trade. All that stuff. I mean, if I had that, it wouldn't take me 5 years to get profitable directionally trading. If I could, literally, like, you're sitting next to me. And I'm proud of that because on the institutional desk, I trained 5 junior traders in basically 5 years trading treasuries. And this is our 3rd year since I started Jenkins Risk Management, and we're almost close to 60 traders that I've trained all over the world. Some brand new, some are experienced. They've been on desks, but Europe to Asia, Australia. So the process works, guys, but a lot of it is kind of working through your own kinks, and you need a coach to help you do that. And that's just the way you're going to grow the quickest. So that's a great part about being the prop program. Not only do you get all the courses, but you get a huge amount of time with me. Before, when I was doing coaching, it was a couple hours twice a week for 8 weeks, and that was it. This is every single market move that we've had and then we're going to have this year. You got to get experience with me. So when we're taking bigger positions, when the bond market's flipping, when we went long gold, we went long treasuries, this has been huge, big trends for the last 12, 18 months. All right. So I don't even have a sales page, guys, up. I'll change this this evening here before I take off tomorrow. But if you guys want to sign up for that, I'm going to change this. You're going to get, so this price is going to be $3.99. Wow, that's a heck of a $3.99. All right. It's sloppy. But don't forget, the options course in itself was $2.99. So you're getting $8,000 worth of programs and courses for this price through Monday. Everything I've ever offered, I've never done that before. All right. So the best way to do that is I'm going to change this price. I'll leave a link in the video. If you guys aren't in our live room, you need to be. That's where you can ask me questions if you have questions, or our chat room, I mean. Okay, let me add this too, since it's kind of Valentine's Day and I was in the mood. In addition to everything, like I just showed you, that $3.99, you get to be part of both the main options program and the prop program. I'm going to throw in either an iPad, all right, or a watch, an Apple Watch. All right, not the $7.99 watch, but the 350 or whatever it is watch. There's a bunch of good ones. You can get the Nike ones, are awesome. And just because, I mean, I care. I want you guys. I want you to look down at your watch and think about the cycles. Like I put in, I have the markets on my Apple Watch. You know, I can look at what S&P is doing in a second. You know, we're just constantly involved. That's what we do. And then if you want to, you know, day trade from a new iPad, this product is, you know, it's awesome. The 10-inch Retina display, you can trade from here with the stylus. All right. So guys, join the team. You get to be part of both teams, all the products, and I'm going to throw in $330 or $350 worth of Apple product you choose. All right, just an extra gift for me. I'm feeling loving going into tomorrow, I guess, because I'm going to go watch hockey. All right. Oh, so if you guys have questions, just join the chat room if you're not in there, and that's the best way to message me. Come here, put your email in. I might be a little bit distracted this weekend, so I have to invite you into the room. It's not always easy on the mobile, but you can also email me. Here, just email me at trading@jenkinsrm.com. trading@jenkinsrm.com. All right. You guys need me to write that out. Just look in the link. All right. I'll put in the link on the YouTube down below here, the email, but trading@jenkinsrm.com. All right. So this is what we did today. Man, you just go to the site, guys, and just sign up, man. I mean, you're going to get so much value. It's going to change your life. You'll never look at the markets the same again. You're going to have edges for the rest of your life that are amazing. You're going to get this understanding of cycles. Your consistency is going to go a whole different level. You're going to be a machine. But come here, go to home, memberships. And then I'm going to change this price for you guys with this. Just come here, hit the prop program. And I'll know anybody that signs up through Monday. I'll drop this price to $3.99, and then I'll know that you get access to all that. All right. So today was, like I said, was kind of, I thought it was pretty simple. Some of you got a little hung up on looking at some higher time frames, it sounded like. But here's essentially what I did. What we did on the Nasdaq was, I don't know if you can see this. Pull it up. It was like over $2,000. It was a pretty simple morning. This is the open. We have a real money candle. You go with the power I bought. We had a little bit of a pullback on the 5-minute. I'll show you. And then I sold into the new high. And then when we pulled back, I ended up buying in that first pullback. And then we had to move to a new high, and I came out of it. I mean, the market, this was 96.07 when I took that picture. And the market ended up going like, oh, there was a bunch of more trades to do. This secondary move right here, we went to 96.44, guys. That's a lot of opportunity. So this is the open. All right, and then we moved to a new high, 96.07. I sold, but wow, went all the way to 44 for the high on the day. It sounds simple. I really think it was a simple day. I can zoom in on 1 minute, get back there. I mean, there's not even that much to really talk about, other than when it's happening in real time like this. The initial move was actually, I think, lower down here. So a lot of times I'll give it at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and let the candles form on the 1 minute. But really, a 5-minute candle, you're going to know where the power is. So this whole bar right here was kind of the igniting bar that really lit the move for the entire day. So bought into that. And then inside of this candle, there's a 1-minute move that I bought. So it basically, what it did is it moved up, and then it had a little bit of a pullback, and I bought into that bar. And then it moved to a new high, and I took on that. And then we had the pullback, and this is where you kind of had to be a little bit patient on this pullback. Like if you move to a new high and then you start buying way up here, like too aggressively, you're going to start to feel, especially on the Nasdaq, in futures, that's going to feel, I mean, that might be 2-3 grand in your face from that high to this point. So being too high, too heavy, and if that's the case and you have to stop down here, that's exactly where you want to be buying. I mean, in the context of this is an uptrend. All the bands are positive. We just made a higher low relative to here. You want to be a buyer here, especially when the cycle's low, which I was, right? Whoa, which I was. About right into that low, right at pi, 95.60. 95.60 right down here. I'm just saying that's a common thing I see, and we work with traders, is like if you're too long, too heavy, you're not gonna be able to sit through the pullback. You want the pullback. Like I could be long a 1 lot here, but I can't get heavy extended. I can only buy down here and get heavier. If you get heavy up here, I mean, there's the odds of a pullback are so much greater, and then you're not gonna be able to sit through it. Also, during this move up, when we were up here, I started shorting the Russell with the idea that I wanted this pullback, whether it was deep like this. I mean, this wasn't that deep. Or if it was shallow, like all these dips are shallow, pretty shallow. So for example, I ended up being like long 1 or 2 lots right off the open. Let's call it 2 plus 2, okay? I started shorting the Russell 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 times. And so even though this was bullish, at one point I was actually net short the market because I'm setting up my size on the bounce because I know I wanted to be getting heavier this way on the next pullback. So there's a point, even though this is bullish, I was initially long, made some money, and then started fading this, knowing that I'm going to set this up short so that if we get the pullback, that gives me more room to get more long here. And then while this pulled back, I ended up covering. I ended up making money on the Russell too because I covered into this pullback. And then I kept some on just in case it reversed. Then I wasn't getting crushed on this pullback. But if I was like short 4 and I went down to like short 1 down here. Meanwhile, I was getting long like +4 Nasdaq in here. And then obviously the market rallies. I'm taking profit. I'm adding it and reducing in here a couple times. And I think I reshorted the Russell maybe like once because this was working in my favor. So even though this trade went against me initially, I mean, I ended up making money on that secondary drop. So I only was out 160 bucks in the day, but on the highs, I might have been out $1,000. But this is what I did on the rally. And then we shorted oil and went long bonds too. I don't know if you guys want to see oil. Oil was just a matter of where were we today? Where were we today? Oh, this wasn't a great trade. I mean, I knew that there was a chance we were going to make a lower high with the cycle here. So I sold one and then I sold this bounce. So this was a contrarian trade, meaning that we've been kind of bearish oil with the whole China thing and growth slowing again, but short here, only short of one lot because I was slowly going to fade this. All right. Contrarian short. So I had like a 1 or 2 lot on and I got this move and I didn't cover because it just didn't. Actually, I think I did cover 1, a short 2. And then when we bounce, this is a wall concept that I teach. I'm not going to really get into it. But this wall, I knew that about halfway up, there's a good chance that we were going to make a lower high. And that's what you got. So it was like short, cover, and then as we bounce back up, I faded it again. And then I covered into the bands here because I thought we had a good chance of making a higher low since the trend was up. And then sure enough, he ended up. So that was my trade on oil right there. Boom. That was enough for the day for me on that. And then long bonds were kind of goofy. Long bonds had this kind of this fast pace, strong move from yesterday. And then they pulled all the way back this morning. So this morning they just like it was just like somebody was selling, like an allocation trade or positioning because equities weren't really doing that much to warrant that much of a sell-off. But anyhow, we ended up buying down here, and then I just scalped the piece out on the bounce. Nothing, just literally just going contrarian because it was down so hard, and willing to. How something pulls back matters. Like if you get a move up to a new high, and then you just basically have a straight move without any type of action like that. If it's a straight move down, there's a higher chance that you're going to get a snapback. So when this was dropping, in here, it's pretty much straight down, right? I mean, it didn't really have any bounce. So you buy some here, I was going to buy all the way into the support from the day before and just look for exactly what happened there, just a little bit of a bounce. That's all you're looking for. Because this is in a downtrend. So I teach my guys, when you buy lower lows and you're in a downtrend, the odds are you're going to bounce to a lower high and then you continue down. So that was more of just like a contrarian scalp back. But anyway, all right, guys, it's late here. I got to upload this, and I don't know. Hope it serves you. Again, email me if you have questions, or just get signed up, guys, so you're ready to go on Tuesday. The market's been, I think we're setting up for, again, a risk off move. You look at the cycles on the yen, stocks are at crazy, crazy levels. We've been making money on the long side, though. It's not about like what I think should happen. It's about just trading what is. And I mean, this has been a good start to the year. Posted this the other day. This is mostly on the long side, even though we're kind of bearish overall the market, like longer term. This is a bearish trade, being long the front end. We've been short the Nikkei, sold more of that. Going into next week, I think you got a really good shot at Nikkei coming off again. We've been playing the Russell on the short side. VIX has been on the short, VIX futures. We've been playing the VIX index long. I think you're going to get a big move in the yen. It's been pretty quiet this year. We haven't really attacked that much, but I'm going to start to kind of slowly build into a yen long position, because I think we're going to get a risk off another big monthly cycle move out of the yen. And that this has been on the long side. So we're just staying with the model. There's things that are still bullish, like the Dow and the Nasdaq, that we've been long, and S&Ps. And then there's things big picture that we've been shorting for 18 months, like the Russell, long bonds. We're playing short fives versus this is a long, euro dollars is a long. So lots of money to be made, guys. I'd love to have you on the team. I'll teach you a ton. I'm your trader for life. I'm a team guy, so I'm not going anywhere. I'll always be around the markets, and always lots to learn, and it's fun. So lots of trades to be had. I'll see you guys on Room Tuesday. Sign up by this weekend. Everything I've ever made, all the courses, both the prop team and the options program, for 50% off what you would have to pay for both of those. And I'm throwing in the old the iPads and iWatches. Not both, but you got to pick one. All right. And then, guys, on the prop program, you know that we're working with Top Step Trader. They funded over 1,700 traders. I help you work your way into that funded status with them also. So especially if you're new to trading, why blow up a couple accounts? Every trader has pretty much been there. Start with them, and that's part of the program. Start with them. You don't risk anything, and put your money into learning a process and a model, and then spend the time with me, and I'll help get you to where you need to be, and you don't have all the risk. And then this is where we work. This is where most of my guys are at over here. We've got 15 contracts to trade, pretty much any market, and we're putting up $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 days on good days. Lots of new traders consistently putting up what we call a common day, right? $1,000 or more a day. It's not easy to do, man. I've seen a lot of pros can't even be consistent directionally trading. But we're really good at it. All right, have a great evening, and I'll hit you guys on the mobile tomorrow, and probably have some pictures and stuff to share from the hockey game. All right, we'll talk to you.